Hello, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use classes to operate, give variables side effects, or, you know, maybe not. You can copy variables to functions and then manipulate those variables, keep track of everything. It just makes it so much better when you use classes rather than just a regular function for your buttons using Tkinter. So, you're gonna, of course, import Tkinter. You're gonna do your title. You're gonna create your window root. You're gonna do the size, a background color if you'd like. You can use entries. If for this demonstration, we're not gonna use that. I'm just gonna show you the different windows that can change and give you different operations. Manipulate variables and stuff like that using your class. For this demonstration's sake, I'm gonna use button function or that's my example button function, not that one. This is forget all parent. This is gonna give you that if you use import OS using terminal applications, that's gonna give you the effect of like a clear screen. It's gonna forget all the widgets, all the buttons, all the labels you made into Tkinter. It's gonna forget everything, give you a clean slate whenever you call that. You're just going to pass your root. It's going to give you root.winfo children, and you just access the widgets within that. And then you're going to forget the widgets, all the widgets for winfo children in the root. Uh, this just makes labels easier for the demonstration's sake. I do it for my applications. Um, if it makes it a little harder to manipulate colors and stuff like that, but it makes it a lot easier. You have a make button function. You're just gonna pass in the name of the button that's printed on it and what it does. And the same with labels. You're just gonna pass in the string you want it to say and the size you want it. Uh, so let's say we have here in the main. I just call main in the end. Uh, let's say we have our main. Trying to get rid of the. All right, and I'll show you what this says right here. So we're making a label. Hi there. We made our button one. I have it set to user button one. We assign user the app class. I'll demonstrate calling the regular buttons function. So as you can see, you're not passing in any variables. So there's nothing that you can use within the function unless you're going to use a global and then assign the global and then manipulate the global unless you want to copy it to the global. But then now you're talking about 4 lines of code there that you used in just one function for pretty much no reason. And it might not even work every time, and you lose track of what's going on. I mean, it just makes for very difficult procedures. Using classes is a lot cleaner, though. So we'll run the program. We have here button one, and oh wait, I didn't save it. All right, so we'll try it again. So we click button one pressed. But you're pretty much stuck in this function. It exists all by itself in its own level of the program there. Unless you're gonna call globals and stuff like that. I really wouldn't do it. I've done it. It doesn't work. I I don't think it works. But classes, it did work out for me, and it's wonderful design. So we're gonna call this here uh, button one method within my class, the app class, and I've already assigned the app class to the user variable. So now we can access our user variable and do button one. We can call button one, and again, we're not passing in any variables. But the great thing about the classes is you assign your variables here. So we have a first string variable that's a string that says first string. Same thing with the second string and the third string. When button one in the app with the user dot button one function within our button make button, that's going to be our function that we access. You come in here and look, you have variables. They don't just exist in this function that would rather exist outside of the class. You have now access to these three variables within your function. I have a label. It's just going to print my first string. Home button to get yourself out of there. Roots.main loop within your interface there. And I'm not gonna call the forget all widgets function just yet. I'm gonna demonstrate to you. You probably saw there in the first example, but that all forget all function really gives you that clear terminal effect. So I'll demonstrate here for you. Let's just open up the program. And you see the first string was printed through the variable. We didn't have to type the string. We had access to a value. So that's great. But you see here that they're packing on top of each other right there. And in my functions that I have for make button, make label, they pack. I just pack for I like pack, it's fine. I mean I don't like the grid. That's another story. I'm not too familiar with Tkinter just yet, but this is what I've discovered. So we go home. There's in the back to main function, there is a forget all root, and I call main, so I get back home. So it's just my home. I'm back in main, and then first string is added to it. But we can remedy that. We can remedy that with our forget all. And we're going to pass in root, which is assigned to the Tkinter window. We're going to save that. And now we'll have a pretty good effect when we hit the button. See that there? Now we're in a different interface. And for these variables, you could just, you could do your next lines and give yourself, format it however you like. Something like that. Very, however you want to manipulate it. See, there you go. And now you're looking a little better here. We got pretty cool effect there. So let's make another button. We're gonna make button. We're gonna pass in. We're gonna make a label button 2, and we're gonna do user dot button 2. which is not made yet. So we'll come up here. We'll define button 2. Pass in self as you do for every function or method within a class. Call our forget all. Pass in the root. We're going to make a label. And we're going to do let's do first string, as you have to do self dot first string to access that variable, because you're again within your app class. You assigned app to the user. Now you're doing user, found my typo. And you're calling button 2 function, which is we're creating right now. So we'll just do self dot. We're working with classes, so you do self dot, but you have access to variables, you have access to all these functions. You can call a button 1 function. We'll do that in just a minute. We'll do self dot first string plus, or I guess you can do that. We'll just do it like that. We'll do self dot second string. All right, and we'll just give it the same size. We'll pass in our next lines. And so now there we go. Does everything look good? No, it doesn't. I put 2 E's. All right, let's run our program. All right. So now we have our 2 buttons. We made our second button. Button 1 is the first string. Oh, button 2 is first string, second string. But like a goofball, I forgot to do let's do root dot main loop. I'm pretty sure if you don't do that, the things don't work. I don't know. That's how Tkinter works. They need the loop for the interface. And we'll make our home button. We'll make it just like this one, actually. It's gonna be the same exact thing. We'll just save a little time there. But we could also do another make button, and we'll just do button 1 again, huh? We'll just take them back to button 1, so we can call self dot button 1. Self dot button 1, and I think we're good. Let's run it. All right, so we got our 2 buttons. We're here in main. This is our first string function. Going back home, we have our second function with the concatenated strings there. And my button 1, we can call from button 2 to button 1. So that's pretty cool. You're concatenating variables, you're getting access to variables, you can change these variables, you can call other functions. That's the power of these apps when you're classes using my app, or you can call it user, you can call whatever you want to just get it to work. But yeah, I hope this video helped you out. Um, that's how you can do changing windows. You can access variables. You can call other functions within your class. You can go back home. Uh, another tips in this video is the forget all, and a little efficiency helps. So thanks. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. All right. Bye.